From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
The initiative that would legalize marijuana in Arizona faces a new battle. We hear from both sides. Plus,
in Arizona alone, there's a projected 44 to 72% increase in dementia.
We talk with a local doctor about a new program that's looking to help people with the disease.
And we're counting down the days to the Olympics in Rio, how safety concerns are being addressed ahead of the games.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Katie Burge.
And I'm Eddie Keller. Thanks for joining us. Our top story tonight, the fight to keep the legalizing marijuana proposition off the ballot. The group Arizonans for Responsible Drug Policy has filed a lawsuit against the initiative. We sat down with the ARDP to discuss why they did this and met with the campaign to regulate marijuana like alcohol to get their response. The ARDP does not want the recreational marijuana initiative to make the November ballot.
It's 20 pages of law. It's the most wide-sweeping initiative to ever face the Arizona electorate, which will upend decades and decades of settled law.
They cite a number of issues that they believe are enough to get the initiative prohibited from the ballot. One of which is that the summary text on the signature sheet does not accurately reflect what the initiative actually says.
There is no possible way the entire warp and woof that this initiative impacts on Arizona can be described legitimately within the 100-word petition summary that the proponents have put forward.
The campaign to regulate marijuana like alcohol disagrees.
The problem is state law says we are limited to 100 words. And so you can't fit everything about every initiative into 100 words. So we are limited and by state law as to what we could really put on there.
The ARDP, however, doesn't buy their reasoning.
It is such a broad law affecting so many aspects of Arizona and Arizona's communities that it amounts to and constitutes a deception of the public, a fraud on the public.
But Marcin has some harsh words in response.
The language is pretty plain language. I don't think anyone who can read can think that this is fraud or that it's confusing. Maybe they just have to go back to school to read.
And moving forward, Marcin doesn't anticipate any setbacks or obstacles that will prevent this initiative from being voted on in November.
This is a waste of time for the courts, for all the parties involved, and we expect it to be dismissed easily.
If the lawsuit fails, the initiative could make its way to the ballot in November, if the signatures are verified. Preliminary polls show this being a tight race, and Marcin says to expect both sides to dedicate a lot of money during the campaign leading up to the vote.
An update on a story we've been following. Phoenix police detectives have determined that 4 additional incidents appear to be the work of a serial shooter or shooters operating in the Maryville area. These include 1 homicide, 2 aggravated assaults, and 1 instance of shots fired. Police say 7 people have died in a series of attacks that began in mid-March. Phoenix PD has released this composite sketch of the shooter as described in one of the incidents. If you have any information on these incidents, please call Phoenix PD or Silent Witness at 480-WITNESS. Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio is scheduled for a deposition Thursday in a lawsuit involving charges against Senator Jeff Flake's son. The lawsuit alleges the sheriff's office pursued animal cruelty charges in 2014 against Senator Flake's son to politically damage the senator. Arpaio's office denies that the investigation was politically motivated. 2 years ago, 21 dogs died of heat exhaustion in a kennel operated by Austin Flake's in-laws.
A silver tsunami has hit the country. It's the wave of 5 million people in the U.S. who suffer from dementia. Reporter Christina Tatro found one local doctor who is fighting to help lessen this epidemic and slow the disease's progress.
According to the Alzheimer's Association, 1 in every 3 seniors in the U.S. dies from a type of dementia. And in Arizona, the number of people with the disease is expected to double within the next 10 years. But a new program was created to help reduce this number and help people fight this aging disease. I spoke with the local doctor who's making waves in neuropsychology with this new program.
Life ages. You know, it's a natural phenomenon.
Jack McBride is no stranger to doctor appointments. Suffering from a spinal cord and brain injury after a car crash, he's been seeing physical therapists and neuropsychologists for over 40 years. He's learned if the brain isn't working, the body won't either.
Just to get up in the morning and move.
Almost everybody you talk to on the street already knows that physical exercise is good for your body, but many people don't make the lifestyle change to do the right kind of mental exercise.
Now, he and his wife, Marianne, use Smart Aging Program mind exercises to help fight the symptoms and effects of dementia.
It releases a chemical in the brain called glutamate, and glutamate then serves to prevent the brain from shrinking at an accelerated rate.
In the United States, someone dies of dementia every 60 seconds. So Dr. Dembor takes a proactive approach with these books to help sharpen the brain with new and novel exercises. The trick to these books and program, it teaches the mind new techniques and methods of thinking, things people haven't done before.
Dementia is something that we can talk about very freely, and that it doesn't mean that we're not a good person or we're not smart.
For Jack and Marianne, it's helped not only their memory staying sharp, but their quality of life.
We are more aware of where we've been and where we are and where we're going.
Dementia is not 100% preventable, and this program and technique is used to help slow down how quickly someone's brain ages. In the broadcast center, Christina Tatro, Cronkite News.
A fire destroyed a daycare and preschool early this morning in downtown Tucson. Firefighters responded after numerous people reported seeing the flames from Interstate 10. The Tucson Fire Department says the downtown community school, located near the convention center, caught fire when an electrical malfunction sparked in the attic's wiring. The school was empty at the time and no injuries were reported. Puberty can be a confusing time for kids as they transition to adults. But for girls, when those changes happen too soon, it leaves them more susceptible to becoming depressed. Cronkite News reporter Joey Carrera sat with a woman who shared her experience battling depression at an early age.
A 2016 study published in the American Academy of Pediatrics found girls who start puberty earlier are more likely to be depressed. I talked with one of those women who says difficult emotions caused her to grow up too fast.
At 8 years old, Jasmine Salazar lost her father. The traumatic experience was the beginning of a rough journey from girl to woman.
I feel like I was forced to grow up faster, being that I wasn't outside roller skating with the kids on the block or playing with them. You know, that I was in my room crying during those times when I was supposed to be outside having fun.
Children who go through significant life events like Jasmine's soon experience biological reactions.
Their body thinks that they're older because they're going through such major changes, so they need to be more adult-like.
An influx of hormones causes us to deal with a flood of new emotions.
Normal teenage puberty stuff is kind of that roller coaster throughout the day. And so what we notice with sort of that clinical depression that we might want to seek some external help for would be that those changes don't change for 2 weeks up to a month.
Medical professionals can help girls navigate how they're feeling.
My mom putting me in counseling at an early age, you know, I'm grateful for that. I think that helped me a lot.
Depression is something that needs to be managed and addressed.
One of my favorite rules about feelings is they come and they go. And even though they feel like it's going to last forever, it will get better.
I definitely deal with it a lot better now, and you know, I'm very proud of that.
Dr. Ray says medications can be necessary for some patients, but she says one of the best treatments for depression is exercise. In the broadcast center, Joey Carrera, Cronkite News.
Both House and Senate members are joining forces on automatic weapons legislation.
Coming up on Cronkite News, lawmakers are getting emotional help from the family of a man killed here in Arizona in a tragic accident.
And what Senator Bernie Sanders announced earlier today with Hillary Clinton by his side, and how this announcement will make a big impact on this year's presidential election.
We are here tonight to explore tough issues.
You've got to have people around you who aren't just laying rose petals in front of your way. And I kid you not, this is true.
Trust is everything.
This has been so much fun.
It's about reaching people.
There are more players on the world stage. The issues are more complex.
We
ask the questions that take us closer to the truth.
What happened and what might happen.
Because that's what we did.
Would you like doing something like I do?
I couldn't do this. I'm not qualified.
I was thinking exactly the same thing.
When I was 12 years old, I was watching great performances on PBS. This program with Nureyev came on. Nureyev in a performance of Le Corsaire, and I was amazed and awestruck. I really wanted to do it. I was street dancing at the time, and I never thought of formal dance until I saw great performances. I knew that I was really a novice to dance, like high dance. I decided to check out the High School Performing Arts, and so one thing led to the next. Today, as a recognized dancer, I absolutely believe that when I saw the performance, it affected me tremendously. And I know that's what happens when I teach. I'm opening an option for them that they hadn't seen before.
Last week, the city of Dallas was in turmoil after a gunman fired upon police during a peaceful protest. But this afternoon, the people of Dallas came together to remember the 5 officers who lost their lives. An interfaith service was held in Dallas, and President Barack Obama, Vice President Joe Biden, and former President George W. Bush all attended to pay their respects. President Obama said that Americans need to find the character to open our hearts to each other, and that while he's seen too many memorials, he is optimistic for America's future.
I see what's possible when we recognize that we are one American family, all deserving of equal treatment, all deserving equal respect, all children of God. That's the America I know.
President Obama says that the police officers who died last week did not die in vain, and that there is evil in the world, which is why police departments are necessary.
Guns have been a hot topic in Washington recently, with both houses of Congress deadlocked over bills to tighten restrictions on gun sales. Cronkite News reporter Veronica Acosta is live in our Washington bureau and has a story on a different type of proposal, one that deals with guns and kids.
Charles Vaca was killed in a shooting range in White Hills, Arizona. His kids were in Washington today to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Kids at school ask me how my dad died all the time. And I tell them that he was shot by a 9-year-old girl who was learning to fire an industry.
Tyler Vaca's dad, Charles Vaca, was a firearms instructor who was killed in 2014 by a young girl who lost control of a machine gun. Tyler, his brother, and sisters visited Washington today to support a bill that aims to prevent such deaths in the future.
A year ago, my siblings and I decided that something needed to be done. We weren't satisfied with the progress or lack of it from people here in Washington.
The Vaca children created a petition to tell lawmakers assault weapons should not be in the hands of children.
We can support the Second Amendment without arming children with machine guns. We can support the Second Amendment without giving children unlimited access to assault weapons. We can support the Second Amendment without giving 9-year-olds Uzis.
Representative Ruben Gallego and Senator Edward Markey introduced the HART Act.
This bill will ensure that powerful military-style weapons don't end up in the hands of children. Our legislation will prohibit kids under the age of 16 from possessing or firing machine guns and assault weapons, including at gun shows and shooting ranges.
We reached out to gun rights groups who said they hadn't seen the bill and therefore couldn't comment. In Washington, I'm Veronica Acosta, Cronkite News.
Ahead of next week's Republican National Convention, one Arizona delegate is not voting for Donald Trump, and the Arizona Republican Party is taking action. Delegate Lori Hack posted on her Facebook page that Trump doesn't represent the party and can't win in November. Arizona Republican Party Chairman Robert Graham responded in a letter saying Hack's move means she is resigning as a delegate. He says an alternate will be taking her place at the convention in Cleveland, but Hack says she doesn't accept Graham's actions and will still attend next week's convention.
The presidential race is over for Senator Bernie Sanders, as he is officially endorsing Hillary Clinton for president. Senator Sanders declared an end to their political rivalry and promised to help the Clinton campaign. He made the pledge at a rally in Portsmouth, New Hampshire earlier today, ending a long and hotly tested primary battle. Both say it's time now to focus on the general election.
Now, with your help, we are joining forces to defeat Donald Trump, win in November, and yes, together, build a future we can all believe in.
Presumptive Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump responded to today's announcement, saying Sanders is now, quote, officially part of a rigged system. Trump tweeted to his followers today, expressing his distaste for the Sanders-Clinton pair, calling Sanders a sellout who has angered his supporters. Another tweet said Sanders wasn't true to himself and his supporters. Trump is currently preparing for the Republican National Convention next week in Ohio.
House Republicans met today to question Attorney General Loretta Lynch on her decision to not press charges against Hillary Clinton over her use of a private email server. Lynch defended her actions in front of a congressional subcommittee, saying she was accepting the recommendation of the FBI. U.S. Representative Trent Franks of Glendale said Lynch ignored her official duties and responsibilities by not issuing a punishment.
There are a few things that break faith with America and the American people and undermine their trust in their government more than witnessing the highest law enforcement officer in the land blatantly ignoring the crystal clear meaning and equal protection and equal enforcement of the laws as they are written.
Lynch says she decided some time ago to accept whatever the FBI recommended. She confirmed that she was sticking to her decision. The Olympic Games are less than a month away.
Coming up on Cronkite News, we talked to a few ASU coaches and athletes headed to Rio and find out how they're protecting themselves from the Zika virus.
And as the MLB All-Star Game is being played, we take a look at the economic impact the sporting event has.
Heaven knows you're a dreamer. Don't hide it from anyone. Don't hide it from anyone. Would you believe me if I said we are here for a reason now? This is our life. This is what counts. This is for us. I will go anywhere for you.
This is the real thing. This is where we were born.
What started in the water, stranded on the sand.
One of the amazing things about the history of life on Earth is it keeps learning new tricks.
The animals, plants, no, it gets in your blood.
Everything's interconnected.
We've got to begin to tell a new story, a story about interaction.
It's something that really touches my heart. There's just massive life everywhere. It's just magic.
Headlines are popping up across the world as athletes continue to drop out of the Rio Olympics due to concerns over the Zika virus. Reporter Lindsay Wisniewski was in Tempe to talk with 18 current ASU coaches and athletes about how they're preparing for the Olympic Games.
The Rio Olympics are just 24 days away, and Arizona State swim coach and Team USA head coach Bob Bowman is gearing up for his 5th Olympic appearance. While there's been a lot of chatter about Zika, Bowman spoke about the safeguards put into place to protect athletes from the disease-carrying mosquitoes this August.
We have a spray to spray on. We have a thing to wash your clothes in that lasts for 6 weeks that repels bugs. We have a net to sleep in if you want to. So they've taken a lot of precautions. It's kind of just, I personally don't think it's that going to be that critical indoors in a, air-conditioned environment, but I think it makes the athletes feel a little more at ease.
While athletes across the country are withdrawing from the Olympics due to Zika concerns each day, those we talked to from ASU don't seem to be too worried.
I've been to every Olympic game since 1992. We hear the same thing every 4 years, and the athletes are really never impacted by it because they live in kind of utopia. They're in the Olympic Village. They're right next to their venues generally where they're competing.
I don't think it's quite hit me how the reality is going to be there. So I'm excited but nervous and a little hesitant, but I think it'll be okay.
Outside of the Olympic Village, Bowman says there are other safety procedures athletes will follow, including wearing plain clothes that don't show country affiliation and leave their valuables like wedding rings back at home. In the Broadcast Center, Lindsay Wisniewski, Cronkite News.
The MLB All-Star Game is being held right now in San Diego, and it's starring one of the Diamondbacks. First baseman Paul Goldschmidt is now a 4-time All-Star. Goldschmidt is a reserve for the National League team. The last time the All-Star Game was held in Phoenix was back in 2011, with nearly 50,000 people attending. The Phoenix area filled close to 16,000 hotel rooms. The 2011 game added close to $67 million to the economy. This year's game in San Diego is expected to bring in an estimated $80 million. Reporter Giselle Cancio in our Los Angeles bureau spoke to locals on how tonight's game may impact businesses.
The last time San Diego hosted an All-Star game, the Padres were at a different ballpark. But in January of 2015, the Major League Baseball Committee announced Petco Park would be the venue for the 2016 Midsummer Classic, and businesses surrounding the area began to activate.
So we are preparing for the All-Star Game with all hands on deck. We have a full staff. We are planning to send out a street team to just kind of promote us to people walking around, inviting them to come in and join us for dinner or a drink before they go to the game.
Obviously, you want to capitalize on such a big event, so we have definitely staffed up. So we're running about 145 employees here, where generally speaking during the season we can run right around 90 to 110.
During baseball season, bars and restaurants normally have an influx of traffic 2 hours before and after each game. But for All-Star Week, breaks aren't expected.
I think we'll have business throughout the game as well. I think there's going to be a lot of people that'll just come down just to experience the gas lamp as a whole and sort of be part of the atmosphere.
The San Diego Tourism Authority estimates over 160,000 people in the downtown area, and as much as $80 million getting pumped back into the community. But it's not all about the money. Businesses hope to leave a lasting impact on all those visiting San Diego. In San Diego, Giselle Cancio, Cronkite News.
It's like Black Friday in July.
Coming up on Cronkite News, what deals did you find on this Amazon Prime Day? A look at how the retailer tried to make shoppers happier than last year.
The true measure of all our actions is how long the good in them lasts.
This is who I am, where I'm from.
If you're on the right side of history, you can accomplish anything.
It's a connection between your present and your past.
Come this way. This is good. This is very good.
We are attempting to fulfill the promise of America.
The stories about who we are shape us.
This chance to go through a time machine.
Good heavenly days.
We should know our history.
It informs, but it doesn't constrict you.
It's a framework to carry out human activity.
The sky is the limit.
It started a long time ago.
For only the third time in the award's 74-year history, a Phoenix-based news operation wins the prestigious Alfred I. DuPont Columbia Award for Excellence in Broadcast Journalism. And this year, that news operation is Cronkite News, the news division of Arizona PBS, honored for its work on the groundbreaking documentary, Hooked, Tracking Heroin's Hold on Arizona. Cronkite News at Arizona PBS, award-winning journalism you can count on from the station you trust.
possibilities. Your day is filled with them.
Reach up, energy in the fingertips, collapse. TV, play Downton Abbey.
And PBS helps everyone discover theirs. Anytime, anywhere.
Up in the sky, you can see it.
PBS, we're with you for life.
Amazon Prime Day is back. Today marks the second year the company has launched what it calls the biggest global Amazon event ever. Today, Amazon has over 100,000 special deals for Amazon Prime members. Last year, shoppers complained that many items sold out too quickly on Prime Day. Amazon says it's worked with vendors to increase supplies this year, promising twice as many deals as last year.
If you're hungry, you might want to call an Uber. Today, Uber launched its food delivery service app, Uber Eats, right here in Phoenix. The app features top Phoenix area restaurants, focusing on local eateries rather than chains. Users will be charged a flat fee of about $4, regardless of the distance. But right now, Uber Eats is offering users free deliveries.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
On the next Arizona Horizon, join us as candidates for Congressional District 1 debate a variety of issues important to the sprawling district and to the state. A congressional debate on the next Arizona Horizon.
I'm Gwen Eichel. On the next NewsHour, our series, The End of AIDS, heads to Atlanta, where black men are the hardest hit population. That's Tuesday on the PBS NewsHour.
Well, that's it for our Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.